What's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video.
If you're new here, our names are Rhea and Sam. We're full-time travellers from London.
In today's video, we're going to be exploring the colonial city of Galle here on the south coast of Sri Lanka. And we're going to be explaining a little bit more about our method of transport for the next month. This one is so grumpy because he hasn't eaten. So the first task of the day is to find a restaurant.
It's like 12 o'clock, I haven't had a single bite to eat.
It's just so moody up until we eat, so we have to try and find a restaurant. But there looks like there's an abundance, so let's go and see what we can find. A-grade restaurant means A-grade prices though. Yeah, nah. We're on the hunt for something more budget than that, I'll tell you. You can't be spending £7 a meal in Sri Lanka. Not when you can literally order Uber and get a whole bed worth of food for £1.
We can give you for the hot weather king coconut, lime and crushed ice.
Sounds unreal, right? It's so good. It tastes like a mojito.
Mojito.
Yeah, it tastes like mojito.
Yeah, it's better than that. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, starving.
That meal was absolutely amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, so good.
So delicious. We were talking to the owner, his name was Asanka. Very, very nice man. He literally gave me his number and said if you get in any trouble in Sri Lanka, give him a call and he'll sort us out. So
yeah, he was really sweet and the food was really good. It did come to more than our usual.
Yeah, we did break the budget a bit.
But this area is actually more expensive than most parts of Sri Lanka because it's a very touristy place.
Yeah.
But for prawns, like nice prawns, it was really delicious.
Yeah, I think so.
Now we're just going to go and explore the town and see what it has to offer. We're going to do a bit of shopping. My favourite activity.
Favourite activity.
And yeah, just have a little wander, let's see what we get up to.
And what was that set?
Oh, let's have a look. 8,000, £20 and 5,000. Just over 10. Not bad really for such a nice outfit. Yeah.
He was asking if you want to dance.
That's why you can be seen every paintings down, we painting the wall.
Yeah, I want to dance. Yeah. I feel like you need to dance this music.
Dance.
Yeah?
I like that too.
You like it? You want to do it? Good music.
Don't get her started.
Oh yeah, otherwise you'll have me going all around the shop. Oh look, we need a little tuk-tuk. They got a black one.
No, every colour but black.
I absolutely love tourians. Oh, I just bit my tongue. I actually love this, but I always wear gold. But I suppose it's so far from the rest of you, would it really matter?
You could wear silver.
Do you think? Maybe I'll see if they've got any gold ones, if not I'll come back. Look how beautiful this shop is, I actually can't get over it, everything's unreal. Like, imagine having your smoothie bowl in that. Come on then, you. He's had enough.
I know we've just eaten, but there's always space for ice cream.
Did you say ice cream?
Yeah.
And around here there's so many cute like little cafes, nice ice cream parlours, and yeah, I get ice cream, yeah. I'm so hot I can't even think.
Reserves for 2023 closed at $4.4 million, aligning with our expectation of 4.5.
So guys, a little trick for you in life. Get lemon and vanilla ice cream and mix them together. I'm telling you, the like sourness and the sweet together.
You're gonna have to eat them quick though, because they are melting, just like me. Galle is definitely more expensive than anywhere else we've been in Sri Lanka, but it doesn't really feel like you're in Sri Lanka. It feels like you're in either South America or Europe. Yeah.
Because it's a colonial city, so a lot of the buildings are from when the Portuguese.
Oh no, go on.
What the hell are you doing?
Didn't know she was Google.
So we actually have a confession to make. We went to get ice cream and then ended up sitting there for like 2 hours because it's boiling hot. And we come out at midday, so the sun was beaming down and it was absolutely boiling. So yeah, we chilled for a while. But now we're going to carry on exploring some of the old colonial buildings here in Galle. So actually, Sri Lanka was colonised by 3 different places in Europe, which is crazy. First Portugal, then the Netherlands, and then England. Sorry. But yeah, so before that it was actually called Ceylon, which was named by the British, and then Sri Lanka took back the country and named it Sri Lanka, which is really cool actually. So actually as you're walking around you'll see a lot of see a lot of almost getting run over. As you're walking around you'll see a lot of buildings with Ceylon. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but like Ceylon spa, Ceylon soap, loads of different things. So I'm not sure if the people here actually still call it that, but yeah, pretty cool. Oh, these smell so good. Essential oil blended perfume body spray. Can I try this please? Yeah? Oh, wow. Do you have any small bottles? No.
So we're currently in this unreal shop. I've turned the corner where Rhea is and she sent me away. And I have a feeling it's because my 30th is coming up in 2 weeks' time. What will she buy me?
They didn't have it. I wanted to get you something to add to your 30th gift, but they didn't have it.
So because I'm turning 30 next month, Rhea keeps calling me old.
You are old. Old boy.
30 is the new 20. That's what I've heard anyway.
Nah.
Oh, 30 is the new 20. I did just say that.
I can't believe you're making me carry this bag.
Equality.
No.
I carried it for the half of the day, you second half.
No. I don't think it's fair, to be honest. I think you should take it back. I'm off. I don't know where we parked.
Yeah, we arrived here in a tuk-tuk. We parked it. It's definitely lost.
I don't know where we put it.
I don't know where it is. The town is small, but you can get lost. It's like a little maze.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh.
Wow.
Definitely know you're getting old when you appreciate a building.
Yeah, they're really nice here.
They are really nice. But about 10 years ago, I wouldn't have cared.
So behind us is an old Dutch church from 1755. So it's well old and it's absolutely stunning. It's like Gothic. Wow. I love old stuff.
If you mention old one more time, I know what she's doing. I love old stuff because she's with me.
Yeah, because you're old.
It's insulting, really. Oh, this ain't a bit of us, is it? Yeah, this ain't a bit of us.
No, we just walked to the entrance and it said something about ancient books, so we're turning the back around.
Yes, let's leave the area. It's definitely not saying we're interested in.
If you're interested in ancient books.
Oh yeah, if you are.
Yeah.
If you're that kind of person.
Here we
go. Rhea is addicted to shopping. And this is the town for shopping.
Let's see if I can find a little tuk-tuk. Do you have any keyring? Keyring? Don't worry.
We're on a mission to find a little tuk-tuk keyring.
Keyring?
Yes. See, I'm easier to understand than you, Rhea.
Yeah.
I speak better English.
Yes.
So some friends from the shop are joining us on our channel.
Well, it's nice to meet you both.
What's the name of your shop?
I mentioned art and craft.
Yeah, it's very nice things.
Yeah.
Check it out, guys.
Yes, thank you.
See you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Nice
Bye.
to meet you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nice to meet you. Oh, what lovely guys.
Yeah.
Everyone in Sri Lanka is so friendly.
So friendly.
Honestly, like,
Actually blowing me away a little bit, like how friendly they are.
Like, the only other place comparable is Indonesia. As you know, we absolutely love that country.
Yes, I'll say most of our subscribers are Indonesian, so hello.
We love you. But yeah, everyone's so friendly.
But they cannot drive. I'm sorry. You cannot. The bus drivers are on smoke all the time. At least 100 miles per hour. Bibbing you out the way. You're in the slow lane anyway. You can't move. It's a bit of a problem.
I think actually they can drive. Wait, maybe not.
Speaking of.
No, I think they can drive, because if everyone drove like that in England, there'd be like 100 crashes. Somehow there's like organised chaos.
The way it was described to us is like a river flowing to the sea, and it all works together in little flows, avoiding the rocks. That's the way it was described to us.
Yeah, and it works.
It does work.
There's no one crashed yet in front of us.
And we didn't realise there's like a hierarchy, so the bigger the vehicle, they have priority. So us in a little tuk-tuk, we have no priority at all.
Yeah.
So even if we're there first, we have to still wait.
This is hurting my arm. It's good? Yeah? So I've just seen all these guys eating this roti, and I'm just going to have to try it, because street food's always amazing, right? Hello. Yeah, vegetarian?
Vegetarian, you have egg roti.
Egg,
spicy
yeah.
or spicy?
Spicy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's good?
Yeah, they all said it's good. Thank you.
Oh, a little samosa as well, Rhea.
Oh, it's hot. Wow. Oh my god. Oh wow.
Let me have some.
No, it's too good.
Vegetarian?
Yeah. Unreal.
Oh my god.
I'm getting fat here. Wow. Oh god.
Oh, it's hot.
Unreal, right?
It's hot.
Really good. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh my god. Egg. Unreal.
Yeah, I just burnt my tongue. I'll come up to the lighthouse now, Rhea.
Yeah. So his position, his stall, right next to the lighthouse. And I highly recommend you come and get this. It's unreal.
It's honestly the best roti I've ever had. Easily, hands down.
Unreal.
I might have to go back and get another one. I've got it all in my teeth. The locals, they react so funny when we order spicy. Like, they're almost like, can't believe that we can actually handle spice.
A few moments later.
Oh my god, my mouth's on fire.
Oh, it's spicy, isn't it?
Oh my god, yeah.
Spoke too soon.
Oh my god, it's so spicy. It's because all the chilies were at the bottom.
So we plan on getting the drone up in the air for you guys and give you some visuals from above. But it's so windy.
Even the birds can't fly. They're like smashing almost into the lighthouse. So I think, yeah, you're just going to have to imagine that one.
Yeah, just imagine.
Just imagine that one. Well, when we come to the town today, we was not expecting there to be this cute little cove right next to the lighthouse. So if you come, make sure you wear a swimsuit, because the water here is actually perfect, and all along the coast, the waves are crazy strong, so you can't actually swim. But here, there's kids in there and everything, so yeah, bring your swimsuit. Damn, I wish I could get naked and get in there.
That'd be quite the video.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Rhea getting those Instagram stories in, which reminds me, if you've not followed us on Instagram, make sure you do. We're much more interesting on there.
Hello, rambutan. Yeah. How much is it?
1 kilo.
No, not that much.
How much?
Just like
10 piece, 5 piece.
5 piece. Yeah. How much?
We're gonna wait.
Oh, they're waiting. I got scammed in Sri Lanka. No, I got scammed in Vietnam when I was buying rambutan.
Hello.
How much is this? 50p. Yeah. It's probably too much, but whatever.
Rhea is obsessed with rambutan.
I love rambutan.
Thank you.
300.
Yeah, it's definitely too much. But I love it, so I don't
We
care.
love.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Getting scammed for rambutan all around the world, but I don't mind, it helps her.
I would love to fly the drone right now, but just cannot take the risk.
I can chuck that in the sea, can't I?
Biodegradable.
They're nice, but they're not as nice as Indonesian.
No, I was just thinking that.
How many days in Sri Lanka?
1 month.
1 month?
Yeah.
Very good now.
I know, we love.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah, but anyway, not enough. You know why? There, you can. It's a side, you know, the vehicles coming.
Oh, thank you.
You know, there are, you want to see a lot of places there in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Yeah, we see a lot.
We have
We have a
tuk-tuk.
tuk-tuk, yeah.
We have tuk-tuk. Yeah, black one.
We smiled at that guy and he started talking to us for ages and he was so cute.
He was cute.
But he literally, but he wouldn't stop talking and
He
we
was
want to.
shorter than Rhea,
It
by
was
the way.
so cute, but we wanted to try and find some dinner because it's getting late now and we're starving and he just wouldn't stop talking, bless him. And then he said that he wants to open a gem business
Yes.
with us, selling diamonds in England. So
Sounds like a good idea.
Maybe we'll be rich millionaires soon. And he said he wanted us to be his neighbours, which is so cute, bless him. Anyway, we're going to go and try and find a spot for a quick cheeky drink and then we're going to head back because we're so tired now. Ready for more adventures tomorrow.
Good, yeah? Look at this. So I absolutely love chess and Rhea hates it. So we won't be playing the game.
But we have found the cutest little spot to have a cheeky cold beer and chill out after that very hot day of exploring. And right next to me is a live jazz player. Can it get any better? Absolutely not. Cheers. I'll tell you something, lime beer, Sri Lankan lime beer, incredible.
And here is our baby. Hopefully without a parking ticket on it.
Oh,
We're in the clear.
we're in the clear. So guys, earlier we didn't actually tell you about our tuk-tuk, but basically we're going to be adventuring around Sri Lanka for the next month in this baby, just like a local, and we are absolutely buzzing for it. So far it's been such an adventure. We drove from Colombo to Galle and it was absolutely manic. I feel really bad for Sam because I'm just a passenger princess. But yeah, we've got a bit more used to it now and we can't wait to take you around for the next month. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.